Do I like theatrical plays? Yes. Chloe Paul, let me guess, it's your birthday again. Hi, I am doing well. Thank you. How are you doing? You can't go see one again? Why not? You're not good? You broke your femur bone? Dog. That's the strongest bone in your body. What did you do to break the strongest bone in your body? Dog. And, no, it's not your birthday. Why can't you go see theatrical plays again? Oh, you want to go see one again? Thanks for showing up, We Cook and Chloe Paul. I appreciate your presence, and I appreciate the likes and the hearts in the chat. Thank you. Oh, theatrical plays. What's the last one that you saw? Running, tripped and fell into a split position and snapped your femur bone. The break is really bad. Oh my gosh. I hope you recover quickly and that it's not a painful process. Broken bones are no fun to deal with. You must be feeling it today. Or you're not, because you're on a bunch of painkillers. In really bad pain. I hope I can help alleviate your pain by playing fun music. Like Happy Birthday. they're about to do surgery. Oh my gosh. What are they gonna do? And you're still tuning in even though you're about to go into surgery. Bruh. That's dedication right there. The break is really, really bad. What makes it really, really bad? Alfred Hitchcock movie called The 39 Steps. That's his last play. The bone literally snapped in three. And she was running and fell into the splits. She said the bone snapped into three. Oh yeah, I don't know where to go from here, but all I know is that I have hope. Oh yeah, let me get a 3-piece meal. Bring peace to Chloe. Oh yeah, with her femur in 3 pieces. Here's to a quick recovery. Oh yeah. She's scared about surgery. Oh yeah. I've been through surgery. Oh yeah. Each time it was a little scary. Oh yeah. But when I got out of surgery, oh yeah, I got a big burrito. Oh yeah. Every time I got out of surgery, I went and got a big burrito. Every time I got out of surgery, I went and got a big burrito. And surgery is kinda scary. It's okay, the doctors know what they're doing. I would also advise not to rush into it. A second opinion can be very helpful. Even though you're in a lot of pain right now and they must have proposed a solution. Let's see. Here's the scar from my surgery. Cramp. And right there. We'll be surgery twins. We'll be surgery twins. She's scared. Guess who's back again? The guy who got grounded in the middle of your stream. Welcome back, 2 a.m. agent. Your dad got his... My dad got his are halfway cut by a chainsaw. So your dad has stubs for arms? Or halfway, meaning like there's just a big hole? Or what's that like? He's got stubs for arms. He's one of these kind of guys. 2 a.m. agents got death stubs for arms. Oh yeah. It's okay, let the tears flow out. Oh yeah. I cried yesterday. Oh yeah. It feels good to let them go. Oh yeah. That's very painful for you. I hope everything will be alright. Oh yeah. That's a painful situation, and you're young. I believe everything will be alright. Every little thing will be alright. Oh yeah. 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 Just focus on what's in your control. It's okay to be scared. Oh yeah. Life is scary when you're young. Oh yeah. And you still asked how I'm doing, even though you're in a tough spot. Oh yeah. It ain't that bad, but I got a chunk of glass stuck in your head because my little brother smashed a coffee cup over your... Wow. You have to go. Alright. Chloe, Paul, gather around, everybody. Say a prayer, okay? Go inward and know that everything will be okay. We're in this together. I know y'all got some wild stories. The last play that I saw, I can't remember. It's been so long. We would go to a place like in high school though, or like in middle school, and maybe even for work at the elementary schools. It wasn't the worst thing. My brother tried to kill you. Wow. Well, I'm glad that he didn't get away with it. How did he try? You don't have to answer this, but I'm but I'm curious how he tried. 2 a.m. Agent's brother tried to kill him, but he didn't get away with it. Oh no, not on 2 a.m. Agent's watch. Oh yeah, or his dad grounded his brother because he tried to kill him. Oh yeah, then his brother said, "I'ma kill you, Dad." That's okay, he didn't do it. But we don't let the murders get away. Tried to stab you with a knife. Oh yeah, it was Colonel Mustard with the knife. Oh yeah, Colonel Mustard with the knife. Oh yeah, Colonel Mustard with the knife in the... Where did he try to stab you? Like, in what? In a room? The kitchen? The library? The study? The basement? Nexus Gaming. I appreciate you too, dog. Have you ever acted in a play? Like for choir, we did... It's because you killed him in Fortnite, I'm only 10 and I have a lot to live. So did he kill you in Fortnite? Kurami, you're cute. Takes a cutie to know one. So you're saying you've been in a play before? What kind of play were you in? I did like a musical kind of thing. It was called Captain of the Pin. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. And then there was one. I'm sweaty and tired. What's new? I played 5 basketball games yesterday. Or not yesterday, today. Earlier today. And I won 4. And I made a plan to go travel to Delaware for my uncle's memorial. He passed away on the day after Easter. We weren't very close. So that's new. What about you? It's a part of life. Injuries, fighting, and death. All a part of life. And taxes. Let's not forget about those. Oh, I picked up a refrigerator as well for like scrap metal. And the person who I picked up the refrigerator from, I sent them a link to my website and was like, this is the business that I'm building. Thank you for the refrigerator. Let me know if you have any friends that would like some help with anything. So, yeah. You're going on a date with yourself tomorrow? That's how I'm looking at my traveling. I'm going on a date to go see my family. By myself as well. What's your date plan? I took my shoes off. Going to the lake on a Friday. A springtime lake expedition. Let's go. Are you gonna do any fishing? boo. Do do. Probably not, but you do have a pole. Are you gonna go eat there? Not. It's sitting in my truck bed right now, so not yet. I gotta take it to the scrapyard first. So, but yes, I will. It was really heavy, so. Yes. Out of O'Hare. So, that sounds terrible, but that's okay. Yeah. I'm just going for a night. So, like, departure is at, like, I don't know, 7 p.m. or no, it's like 4 p.m. And then there's like to Philadelphia, and then there's an hour bus ride from Philadelphia to Wilmington, Delaware. And then from there, I don't know how to get from where I got an Airbnb, like from the airport to, I don't know what the time is like between the airport and the address of the Airbnb, and also what the time is like from the Airbnb to the state park that the memorial is at. Oh no, this is for the 24th and 25th. So 1, 2, 3 weeks and 2 days. So no, I'll still be here. At least I plan on it. TR Gaming and Edits says hi. Hi. What are you gonna do at the lake? Go swimming? Walk around, turn around, look around at the lake. Walk around, everybody's gonna be at the lake. Walk around, everybody's gonna be at the lake. Walk around, everybody's gonna be at the lake. Walk around 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 at the lake. Walk around. Walk around at the lake. the soil temperature is right around the premier range for finding morel mushrooms. So I don't know if that's something that you're into or not. I hope you find some morel mushrooms, though. That's like the perfect place to be looking. I haven't found any this year, nor have I put any effort into finding them, other than looking at, like, I'm in a Facebook group where they, like, have all the counties of Illinois, and then, like, people will take pictures of when they find them, what county they're in, and then they, like, picture, they put a little mini morel mushroom in that county so that you can see, like, slowly as the season goes on, the state, like, gets filled with mushrooms. All the spots that I know to go looking are, like, in Wisconsin. I'd have to drive 4 hours in Cassville, where I'm wearing my sweatshirt. Same. What got you into mushrooms? Dandelion roots? Like, what do you do with them? Do you eat them? I'm tired. So, like, do you dig up the whole dandelion, or you pull it, and then what? What do you do with them? Just like... Interesting. One time, clean, chop up, and dry. And then make like a tea out of it, or just... D1 Glazer wants his sweater back. Who is D1 Glazer? Who do you think you are? Or you can just eat them. One time I popped off the flowers, picked a bunch of the flowers, and then I boiled them in sugar water, and that tasted pretty good, like a dandelion kind of stuff. Who you calling pal, bud? Until I know who you are. Dandelion wine. Who you calling chill, bucko? Have you made dandelion wine before? No, not good. There's a lot of people who are way better than me. You play drums and guitar? Thanks for stopping in. D1 Glazer. Appreciate the like, and the comment, and the subscribe. D1 Glazer Stream Sniped Me IRL by Eugene Dingleberry. YouTube. YouTube. If I had $1,000,000, if I had $1,000,000, I'd buy you a diamond ring. Ah, my phone is dying. If I had $1,000,000. If I had $1,000,000, wanna know what would you do with it? Would you buy a diamond ring? I'd buy you a diamond ring. I'm genuinely curious. If I had $1,000,000, I would invest it into dream recording technology so that I can turn my dreams into reality and watch them on my phone and make it so that anyone else who wants to do that can also do that. So that's one of the ways I would invest it. Another way I would invest it into like growing my business idea with the stestprep.com to help people with their standardized tests. Like I also want to learn about power generation, so like nuclear power generation. So that would be like another way that I would invest it, whether it be my own education or like experimenting with different fuel extraction processes and like developing a modular nuclear reactor power system, developing at that ecosystem so that everyone can like generate their own power. And I would also like look into like or invest into like telecommunications, space, satellite telecommunications as a like service. And I would also want to like invest into like space waste removal or like somehow deal with space waste and space governance. Same. And maybe I would even invest into going to Mars. Like I want to be the astronaut. No, I don't know. That's like I don't think I would necessarily. I'm undecided. Maybe my kids will go to Mars. You want to go? Like life is pretty cool here though too, you know. It would be an experience though. The last frontier. Like, it would be cool to go to Antarctica as well. See what's beyond the ice walls that the government keeps us from seeing. And learn that Earth is actually flat. Make music with my friends? I don't know. See, like, I already see myself that I have $1 million, just like the tokens, like all the tokens. Okay, like, there's, when you're born, this is my framework for life. When you're born, it's like a video game, right? When you're born, you have all these credits, right? Or there's different types of credits, okay? Or like currencies, right? There's time, that's one of them, right? Then there's money, that's another one, right? And then there's health, that's another one, okay? And so like when you're a baby, everyone is born like a gazillionaire, right? Or infinite with infinite. Everyone's born with infinite money, but limited time. So, like my credits, they're stored in the time section right now. Like how much time I have left to live and health. Like, yeah. So, I am a millionaire. Just like with how much time I have left to live and my health. So I already have $1 million. So I'm like gonna do what I want to do with those $1 million, whether I actually have that number or not, you know? So, right, time is more valuable than anything. You can never get it back. It's precious, which makes it beautiful when people can come together under like a common goal. How much would you pay to go to like Mars or can't even think about it. It's such a hard, like, it's difficult to wrap your mind around. It's such a, like, complex problem. Non-trivial, though. Mind-boggling. I think if human knew a real truth, they'd go insane. Some of us are mad, or some of us already are insane. Is that telling of the truth? Or of them knowing the truth? They couldn't handle the truth? What do you, like... What? What truth? So do you think we're aliens? Or like we are a product of alien activity? Is that what you're getting at? Or like we're being monitored by aliens? Or like we're an alien experiment? Like, I wish we could do more with with the conversation of... No, you're good. It's cool. I wish we could do more with that conversation, like, with evidence. And same with like the theory of evolution. Like, I wish we could do more with like evidence, or like recreate it. Like, we see, here's what, like, oh, this is so like, okay, there's an innate drive for us to want to go to another planet and then colonize it, right? I mean, with the idea like, oh, let's protect our species, okay? And if we live on 2 planets, the theory or the probability that we like are likely to succeed like a catastrophic like solar event is probably higher if there are 2 planets that we inhabit compared to just 1, right? And like, if you look at it on the sheer scale of like numbers, like, I'm pretty sure the numbers of our population can be bigger on 2 planets than 1. I could be wrong about that, but it seems reasonable. And I mean, if it's a numbers game that we're playing, then we want to do everything that we can to maximize like the chance of success. Which, okay, who's to define success as like, oh, we lived on, like, oh yeah, that's like, is that even the game that we're playing? Like, to reproduce, which, okay, that's what it seems like other animals are playing, which, okay, so we're basically an animal, which we're different though, because we can like think and control our environment and come together over common goals, which, okay, other animals can do this too, and those animals are usually seen as more sophisticated animals. But it's like if we are an alien experiment, right, where like our species is like, hey, let's, we did this cool like gene thing with monkeys or whatever, or and we're gonna put them here because we think they can live here. Like some aliens were having a party and they were like, let's try this out, and like, we inherently, we will become those aliens, which is like a mind fuck to think about. Yeah, so just a little different, maybe, I don't know. But that, like, if we want to go live on Mars, that's exactly what we're doing. Okay, and then what's the next, zooming out from Mars, what's the plan after that? Like, multiple galaxies? Is that what we're trying to do? Become a intergalactic species? Join the intergalactic. So yeah, that's like okay, and then we get into like space governance, which it's just like that's just like maritime governance. So space it all comes back to being a pirate. Like, to heck with ye landlubbers, we go where there's no law, and rape and pillage all the resources. So the aliens, by design, they're like, hey, let's try and make like a future competition for ourselves, okay? And so let's make them so that all they want to do is rape and pillage resources to build legacies to grow or increase the likelihood of their species survival. It's a feature that we live beyond our means. If we didn't do that, then we'd never want to build rocket ships to go inhabit other planets. I wasn't consulted at the design phase. It's the aliens that were doing it. Go inward, and the answers exist within. Sit in a quiet, dark room, and you go, and all the answers will come to you. Like, I don't think it matters, because there's a being that exists beyond the aliens that made us, right? Unless we think aliens are our gods, which perhaps alien could be used as another word for God. I don't think so, though. Like, I feel like alien means foreign entity, right? And even though, like, a god might also be a foreign entity, I feel like the plane that a god exists on is above what we, the average people, interpret as foreign entities. The truth will come to you when you close your eyes and sit in a dark room and go, or when you die. So, no, don't do that. And then come back to life and tell us what it's like. Don't do that, don't do that. Let it be natural. That's a great question. Who or what made God? Ask him when you meet him. I don't know. Like, who? Maybe it was some other gods that made God. As the, like, Greek mythology might go, where there are, Greek mythology is basically like, Greek mythology just retells the stories of how people interact with each other, which is kind of interesting. But, like, I feel like there is a god above all the gods, though, even in Greek mythology. I could be wrong about that, though. You know? So, yeah, there is a plane above the plane that we can't comprehend, theoretically. Which, math does a great job at describing what it could be like, as far as, like, we live in three-dimensional XYZ coordinates over time, being a fourth dimension. Okay, so those are all limited to our ability to perceive, though. Okay, so perhaps there are beings that are capable of perceiving more dimensions than that. And perhaps that, like, the ability for other beings to perceive, like, dimensions above what we can is infinite. There's no limit to how many dimensions a being can exist within. And so it's the infinite dimension being which creates the dimensions below it. I feel like this takes us to, like, the everything everywhere all at once theory, where everything's happening everywhere all at once, because there are beings that exist on dimensions at higher levels than us, and, like, they create the dimensions below us, and, like, there's an infinite capacity for it, though. So, like, everything everywhere all at once. Which, the movie, I don't know if you've seen the movie, kinda, it just doesn't feel quite right. But maybe that's because we're limited to our perceptions as, four-dimensional beings. You tell me, if everything everywhere all at once is something you believe in, what was here before nothing? What do you think? I am getting tired. What something has always been here then, if you think there's always been something? Have you ever played the video game Kingdom Hearts? William. Well, it kind of touches on, basically what it is, there's a main character, and he has a keyblade. It's like a sword, except it's in the shape of a key, like a skeleton key, but it's the size of a sword. So you swing it around and kill bad guys with it, and it has themes of like light and darkness, okay, as far as like why the world the way it is or whatever, you know. And you get to go around like a bunch of different Disney worlds as the guy who swings a keyblade that looks like a sword, except it's a key, to kill bad guys. Like, yeah. And anyhow, it's fun. At least I had fun playing it growing up. And I would say, based off of that game, that what existed before there was anything, it was not darkness, it was light. All because I'm a Disney kid. I'm putting my boots back on. I took my socks off. I've had enough. One of my roommates is sick. You too. William! Have fun on your date tomorrow. I hope you find some morel mushrooms. Or some dandelions, if you want to eat them. That sounds like a lot of effort. Which I respect. Maybe catch a fish. Imagine if you found mushrooms and caught a fish. Sounds like a good meal to me. See you guys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Peace out, y'all.